Hello everybody and welcome to the EP Template Studio walkthrough. I'd like to give you a quick overview of what you can do and the interface of the studio. Okay, so first off at the top, you'll notice that there is a little comment box. If you click on that, you can actually send us various suggestions or things are if something's not working right. You can send this and it actually goes to our team. We're constantly monitoring this for changes if you get stuck. So I'm going to cancel out of here. Notice that you see no templates found. That means you do not have a template created. The template button here is how you would actually create one. So let's create one. It's loading, and then once it loads, you're presented. It's still going to be blank because we have nothing in the canvas area. Okay, so it's blank. So we're going to create a template for the Remarkable Paper Pro. Okay, I'm going to show you what this looks like, and there's various type of devices you can create templates for. These will be constantly growing as we create new ones. But let's start off with the Remarkable Paper Pro. This device menu allows you to have a visual cue of the start menu. If you have a Remarkable tablet, you know what this looks like. If you're designing a template and you always want this menu to be open, obviously for Remarkable users you can click this and it will be hidden. But the most popular way to use templates is actually to have this open, and your template will be to the right of this. So you can jump around and you can actually change your pen or whatever you need to do, and your template area where you're going to be writing on your tablet is visible inside the template. So let's go ahead and hide this here to get this out of the way. This section is, so I can right now, I have the right hand view. So that means that the menu will be on the left. Okay, so if I have that selected, the menu will be on the left. If I want to create a template that it uses the entire area of my tablet, I want to select here the full view, so I don't have a margin. I can also say to the right. If I'm left-handed and I have my menu to the right here, I would select this. Okay, but let's go back to, since I am right-handed, let's click on here and we'll have the menu, the space for the menu on the left side. Okay. So right here, you notice it's 120 pixels. Throughout the interface, you'll notice that a number, a pixel. So we use measurement based on pixels. So right now there is a left margin of 120 pixels. Okay, so we're going to leave it to default. And then let's look here. This right here is a scale option. So if I drag this back and forth, you notice that the canvas area is going up and getting smaller and bigger. So this is handy if you're working on a smaller monitor or bigger monitor and you want to actually get more space to design, then you would actually just drag this back and forth. This preview switch, if I turn this on, this means is if I have a template here and there's going to be borders and everything that is actually guides as you're actually adding things on your canvas. If this is on, if this is off, you'll see those borders around the different elements. But if you want to actually have this view, how it may appear on your tablet, you would actually put this in preview mode and you just drag your mouse over here and you would see how it would look on your tablet. Okay, right here is show help. You can actually see, you can scroll through here and you can get quick summaries of the various elements on the screen. This is going to be constantly updating. We're going to actually add some videos in here to make the help much better, to make so that you're not lost when you're actually designing your template. I know that for some this is pretty complicated, but as you keep using this, I can guarantee you it's going to get much easier. Okay, so let's turn that off. You notice this little icon or this little button to the left. Okay, if I click on that, it will expand out the template tree view. Okay, this view is all of the elements that you have on the screen. Okay, right now I have nothing. So if I want to add a table. So a table is the highest level of element you can have inside of your template. Okay, you can have multiple tables, but let's just start with one. Okay, so right now, since I am in preview, you notice that it goes away, and then I highlight out of the preview, the canvas area, and if I hover in, you'll see the border. So let's turn that off so we can see it at all times. Let's drag this down. Okay, what I like to do is I actually like to get the frame of the template created first. Okay, so basically the entire structure. Okay, so I created a table. The table comes with various things. Okay, if I go back to the object view, the object tree, if I expand it, you notice there's a column directly inside of it. Okay, if I expand again, you have a row. Okay, that's inside of a column. And then you have a component. I haven't created this. I'll talk more about what a component is in another video. But I wanted to show you the structure of a template. Okay, so you notice this right here. This, whenever I have selected, this is a quick, I guess you could say, a control for the column that you're actually selecting. Right now I have the row selected. Okay. Whenever you have something selected, the properties that you can change will be to the right. This right here is a breadcrumb view that you can actually navigate. Right now I'm in the row, so I can go up in the hierarchy and I can select the column if I want to change properties of the column. And then I can go to the table if I want to change the properties of a table. Okay. Let's make this smaller, and I'm going to add another table inside here. Okay. Let's just do that. So now I'm gonna set this to be much smaller, and you can actually change the side here once I add another row. So let's add another row in here. Now I have two. Okay, and then I'm gonna expand this out. Let's add another row. Okay, so now I have 3 rows here. And then I'm gonna select this, and then I'm gonna change the width of that. See, now that since I have multiple rows, it's changing the same, that this row I want to be 25% of the available space inside of the table. So if I select that one and I set that to, so now it's going to move, and I want to say, well, I'm going to make that also 25. Okay. And then whatever is left over, you can also just click in here and select, actually put 25 in here, and it'll change it. I can also go in here, and then I say, well, okay, 25, and then it will actually space everything out equally. Okay, so let's modify this row here. Let's put a grid in the background. Right now, the background pattern for this row is set to none. Let's add a grid. Okay, so I put that as a grid, and then let's say this particular row in here. Let's make this row. Let's add another. Let's do a line here. Okay, and then the one on the bottom. Let's add some dots. It's really hard to see because it's a lighter font. I mean, a lighter color, but you can actually change the color, the darkness of those dots by dragging this here, or you can actually put the hex code color inside of here, or you can actually click in here and you can select the color of those dots you want to have if you were on a Remarkable Pro, which does support color now. So, but this drag bar will actually always keep everything black and white. So if you want to just stick black and white, you can just drag it back and forth, and it will change. It'll show you the hex code of that color here. If you want to actually follow some sort of a theme here, you could actually just copy this in and put it here below. So let's just say we want to follow that same color. I could click in here, and you see how it brought that color and made the lines darker there with the same color. Okay, so let's just say I wanted to actually create these lines a little. I want to make the space between the lines larger. So if I drag this, you notice that it makes the size between the lines the spacing larger. Okay, so this. You notice here on the right, you notice that it has a padding section. Okay, the padding section you'll see throughout the interface. on various elements. The padding is basically if you want to add some padding inside of this row, you would do it here. You're not going to see anything change because, like I said, you don't have anything inside of this row. Okay, the padding is everything outside of the element that you're actually adding in here. Okay, so if I were to add something in there, you would see how this works. And I'll show you how the padding works once we get into components and embedding things in these rows. Okay. One thing you can do quickly, you notice that this right here is a duplicate row. So if I click that, you notice I have it split it, okay, all the way down. Okay, so this is really handy if you're building a design, and let's say you want to do something like multiple rows, and you want to have it like that. It'll actually split those out for you and duplicate it, so you don't have to do that manually each time. Okay, so one thing you can do here is you can add a header to this particular row. Okay, so let's put some text at the top of that. Let's call it there's 1, 2, 3, 4 columns here. Let's call this fourth column. Okay, you notice that it will put the text above. Okay, it's going to put the text above here. It says fourth column. Okay, so I don't know if you can see that in this video. You probably want to watch this at full screen so you can see everything. But it did put fourth column at the top, and I can center it, or I can align to the right, or I can align it back to the left. I could change the font size of that. Let's bring it down lower. And I can change the space of that header, okay? So with the line height. So there's only one line here, so I'm going to align it right to the top of that grid line there. And you see this interface here. Here's the padding again. So let's bring in the space to the left, so it's not right up against that edge. So let's add 20 pixels from the left. Okay. You can also, instead of using these drag bars like I mentioned earlier, you can actually just type the number and hit enter if you don't want to use these drag bars. There you go. So let's add another header here in this row. Let's just go back here and let's say fifth column. Let's say fifth column. Okay, we got it in there. And let's see what the settings we had it. So we had it at 19, the font size, and 78 line height. So let's go back to this one, and let's try and mirror the same. So font size was 19, and I think that was 38, if I remember right. I could be wrong. Well, let's just bring it down. So we can just drag this until it looks right. Let's bring it in from the left again. Okay. Let's bring this down a little bit so it matches more. Okay, so now we have a really nice, you can actually, with this, you could actually make columns. You can make a table view. You can do you can actually create let's say you wanted a week view, and you wanted to say Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You can do that with this type of layout. There's so many things you can do here. The sky's the limit. I'm going to end on this video here. I think I covered most of this. What you can do though, let's say you want to get rid of this row. You can delete the row. It's going to delete that row, and now you're down to 2. Let's see, if I want to save it. Oh yeah, you probably should tell you how to do that. So if you hit the save button, it will save this. You want to constantly save this just in case you get logged out, or let's say your computer crashes and you don't want to lose the progress of your template. You could also hit refresh. If you're inside of a template and you've been working on it and you didn't hit save, it's going to store this in cache, but if you get logged out, your cache gets wiped out. So all of your changes that you had that you did not save will be gone if you log back in. But if you hit save, it will actually store all your changes so that you can be sure when you log back in, or if you want to, you get called into a meeting or you get pulled away, you can go back in here select a template, and then start where you left off. You can have multiple templates as well. So right now, let's see, I'm going to actually change the name of this to be something more, let's call it a table view, so that I can remember and save it. Let's create another one. Let's create another template here. And then let's go to template 2. Let's name it, I don't know, let's call it my week. Okay. And let's make sure that the device we want to do one for Remarkable 2 now. And then there we have it. So you can create these templates on this view. I'm going to I'm going to talk more about actually diving into what you can embed inside of a row, the different components and how they work. I'm going to also create some new videos, or maybe you want to create a calendar view, you want to create a to-do list. I can show you how to do that so that you can quickly do this on your own. How to print, okay? So this option allows you to, once you create a template, you hit print, and you can print a PDF. So if you want to save it as a PDF, or you just want to print it, you can do that from there as well. You can download this. Okay, so once I hit download, it's going to generate the template that I created. Okay, so let's go back here. If I hit download, it's going to generate this screen, and that's when you're done and you want to actually install this with the template installer. Well, that sums up our walkthrough video of the EP Template Studio. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below this video. Feel free to subscribe. We're going to have more of these videos on how to use the EP Template Studio effectively, how to create calendars, how to create to-do lists, and everything that you normally would do on your busy day. Thanks so much for watching, and enjoy the Template Studio. Remember to go to www.eptemplates.studio to sign up. It's a 7-day trial. Feel free to give us feedback. We want to make this a tool that you can use on your everyday. It does support Remarkable Paper Pro, RM1, RM2, and all the other popular e-ink tablets out there. Supernote, BOOX, whatever tablet you have that supports PDF or PNG images. All right, have a wonderful day, and thanks for watching.